I let people, and I don't know why. I didn't do any video with it. That's probably why. Not enough people, I think, have heard the podcast interview where I had you interview me post-divorce. And I don't know, like when we were talking about that, I was like, this thing's going to fucking slay. Like, this is going to... And I got a lot of good feedback. Nothing to the scale that some other random fucking thing I've made has gotten for me.
Should we do it again right now?
We probably should. We probably should. I need to probably re-air that and find that Zoom footage. I get divorced, and I contact you, and I'm like, listen, I've had time to digest this thing and think about how this applies to me, and I think there's a lot of other guys going maybe through this, or maybe women as well. And I want you to kind of interview me, and I want you to take it easy on me. I want you to ask questions, and I want to, exactly what it means to make meaningful content. I want you to do that with me on this topic, and you're asking the questions. Now we're over a year removed from that conversation. Me and my ex-wife still very, very good friends. The co-parenting thing is going well. Have you had any other kind of conversations like that with any of your clients or anyone you're working with that is going through? Because divorce and entrepreneurship is you're more likely to get divorced than you are not. And you and Kim have this great, amazing thing. Anytime I even see her on your Insta and stuff, she just seems so cool. Like, I'm like, that, like, you found someone that can take your bravado and energy and what you bring to the table and your need career-wise to fucking be out there with it all the fucking time. Mm-hmm. Have you had anyone come to you with maybe wanting advice or to talk about this?
Clients.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I try to avoid giving advice because
it's a tough thing to,
What do I know about their relationship? We have a motto that it's not about you and it's still your fault. And the idea of that is, it's not that everything is your fault and that you're a bad person. That's not what it is. What it is you had a part in this. You might have done the first 1% of what it was, and then the next 99% was the other person or people. If you hadn't done that 1%, would that have happened? And I just try to help the people who come to me with that kind of stuff. And it's not frequent, by the way. It's not like I'm a marriage counselor and having people do this all the time. And when I do get people coming to me who have real imminent, I can tell this is a real thing, I will refer them to somebody else. My whole intention is just to be like, flip it. Why do they feel that way? What did you do? How could you do it different? What was your role? That's the only thing I really try to do. Otherwise, Kimberly and I have worked with coaches in the past who have been helpful. Most recently, Alexa Martinez, who's on Instagram at that sex chick.
Did you just have her on the podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Yep. She was great. And, we weren't doing it because it was, we want to have crazy hot sex. We did it because it was like, well, what are the insecurities that I have, that you have, that we both know are there, but we don't talk about them because we don't want to talk about that. And it was really helpful.
Weren't you guys going to do a podcast together?
Who?
You and your wife. Weren't you going to start?
Done. Like a regular one?
Yeah.
I think this guy over here would lose his mind if I was like, hey, I want to do another podcast.
Yeah. But okay, so
I think we could. I think it'd be fun.
I think so too.
I think that it needs to be appropriately timed for us.
Sure.
And she's retiring in June to figure out what she wants to be when she grows up.
And how old is she?
37.
I fucking love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
She's Kim. Without Kim, there's no ActiveLife, because she provided me with the necessary stability to take chances and fail. As
emotionally, financially, all that kind of stuff.
All of it.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I would love to be like, I'm the guy. I lived like Andy Frisella. Like, I lived on a mattress in the back of my store for 17 years. Like, I didn't. And part of me feels some imposter syndrome around, like, I grew up with means. My parents did well, and they were phenomenal mentors. I don't remember a bad day in my childhood. I get to marry this amazing woman who, in the beginning of the career, she's making me, $50,000, $55,000 a year in New York. That's not a lot of money, but as a teacher, consistently bringing that money in. And I'm working 17-hour days making nothing, like really close to nothing. And she never was like, you need to grow up. You need to stop dreaming and start doing. Never. She knew what she got herself into. Like, she used to call me her penny stock because she's like, one day that penny stock is going to hit and it's going to be worth the investment.
That's a cute nickname, penny stock. That's cute.
Yeah.
I like that.
So we've always had that kind of open line of communication. And I would say that outside of the things I've been able to do for the company, she's been the number one reason why we've been able to do anything.